We get a look at the sun shining in the buildings of downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. Our broadcast location today. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Gallinari.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips, and all of a sudden, you're locked in.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
In the last few years, we've seen league-wide scoring surge in the NBA. Now, many credit years of defensive rules changes, such as limiting hand-checking on and off the ball and getting rid of contact in the paint. Now, everyone isn't pleased with these changes. Some say defense is no longer allowed. But a higher pace of play, more efficient shot selection, and lots of threes also play a role. Most fans aren't complaining. Kevin?
It sure is fun to watch, D.A. Thank you. And tonight's game may be won or lost. On that front line, Smitty, what makes for an effective front court tandem, do you think?
I think, first of all, if that tandem can switch on pick and rolls, that tandem can shoot the basketball and also make plays somewhat like a guard. But the biggest thing is if they can rebound and able to guard smaller guys, this will make them great.
Interesting. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the small forward. And for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert, and it's O'Neal in at the 3. Conley finds Mitchell. And no good that time. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They embrace the challenge as well. They hit big shot after big shot to keep the other team at bay.
The Thunder shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. First free throw is good. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Now here's Conley. Fires the 3. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist from Conley.
Even though Mitchell isn't all that efficient from range, the most impressive thing to me is he believes the shot is going in.
The shot's good from Paul.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Conley with it. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. O'Neal kicks to Conley. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. The rebound by Steven Adams. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Thunder. Last time they met was in Utah where they beat the Jazz.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
Their D was just phenomenal in the last game. We'll see if they bring that same intensity again.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Yep, that one goes. Paul's got his second bucket of the night.
At his size, Chris Paul is used to getting contact on his shots. He has really spent a lot of time learning how to finish despite getting bodied.
Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis. Conley inside the line, off the left rim and out. The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Paul kicks to Adams. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Not a lot of room, and it's Adams on the follow.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
On the wing, Mitchell. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Pass to Gallinari. Here's Dort, guarded by O'Neal. Gallinari against Conley. A shot. A nice shot by Gallinari.
With the big, strong frame of Gallinari, he's able to take contact and deliver the goods.
Ball against Conley. From 12 feet out, it's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Gallinari down low. Ingles covering. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Paul against Conley. Has to go Bear. Mitchell looking it over. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
And Mitchell drops them both.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
All up top, covered by Conley. Paul passes to Dort. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. Up again. It's good on the putbacks.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Jazz trail by 3. Now Conley. No points in the game yet for him. Some solid D from Paul. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Covered by Mitchell. Lets the 3 fly. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
An evolving part of Mitchell's game, the ability to simply catch and knock it down.
Here's Dort. From deep, Gallinari drills it from outside. Gallinari's got 5 now.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. And Smitty, once again, teams are switching defensively more than ever. Side benefit, does that help defenders, you think, preserve some energy and some stamina for the game?
Yeah, I think it does, Kevin. I really think if you have the personnel to be able to switch. Some teams don't, and I think they're copycat leagues. You see the championship level teams switching, so you think you can. There are some teams, they just got to flat out come out and trap, rotate, and understand, give up shots to guys that you don't shoot a high percentage and live with that. Because sometimes, especially big guys, they put them on an island, and it's just not fair.
Good point.
For rap, this, bucks, all this rap money, look, I need too much. Money, loyalty, and love, in the dream we trust. If you switching up the players on your team too much, Tiny copy, that's my low, young supreme, what's up? And we travel around the world getting cream or what? Ain't you get off on whoever hustle, sing the brush? Las Vegas, yeah. After all that looking tough, all he said.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Oklahoma City. Let's take a peek now here at the league leaders in rebounding. Rudy Gobert, number 1.
And guys, his rebounding has taken a lot of pressure off their other bigs. It frees those guys up to contribute in a lot of other ways.
On defense, the Thunder. It's a 3-point game. Back to O'Neal. Mitchell outside. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Conley. From the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Tight defense on him. He gets that one.
Despite his slim frame, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is showing enough strength to take the hit and complete the play.
Now here's Gobert. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis.
And his shot blocking almost single-handedly changed the game. No one wanted to put up a shot with him lurking.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. A different look for Utah. George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Mike Muscala is checked in for Adams. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Gallinari. Diallo, he's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. Now, here's Clarkson. 14 points from him the last game against Memphis. Diallo inside. Defended by Moutier. Shot good by Diallo.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Clarkson passes to Gobert. Here's Moutier. Looking to end the run. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
What you have to love about Gobert, he's improved across the board. We're even seeing it at the line.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. Hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
And the Jazz making a change here. Davis is checked in. And he sinks the second. And the 7-foot Frenchman, Rudy Gobert, former Defensive Player of the Year.
They call him the Stifle Tower. He's the anchor, the foundation of this team. He changes the complexion of the game when he occupies the paint.
So it's the Jazz now, after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. Davis dishes to Gobert. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
The length of Gobert causes the defense plenty of problems. He's very clever at drawing fouls on his shots.
Rudy Gobert.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Here's Schroeder, and the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Second shot opportunity. It's tipped. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Moutier. Diallo finds Schroeder. The pass to Muscala. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. Diallo, no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Niang passes to Gobert. Good on the shot.
Great job on that drive. Gobert finds ways to help this team at both ends.
Here's Ferguson. Puts up a 3. Utah with the rebound. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we overanalyze things. Can be better to just let it go.
And it's Davis with the ball for Utah. Trailing by 5. Moutier. Yep, that one goes in there.
Moutier with the shot.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. Pass to Diallo. Now Muscala over Davis. From the left block, he sends it through. And the Thunder lead by 5. Utah has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Pass to Moutier. Six to shoot. Three-pointer. Kept alive. Here's Davis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Moutier against Schroeder. On the wing, Robertson. Back to Muscala. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Davis. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And it's now only a 1-point Thunder lead.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
And here's Schroeder. From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Thunder out in front. They lead by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game for sure, talks about his knack for making a lot of steals, forcing turnovers.
The steals thing is just something that I've always had a knack for doing, and just I think it's because I watch so much basketball.
You hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits. What they like to do gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Davis is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Moutier, and it's Niang in at the threesome. That's the group right now for Utah. Now here is Davis. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis.
His shot blocking dominated the game. His 3 blocks really had an effect on defense.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Passes it to Noel. Poked away. It's stolen by Moutier. We've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. The pass to Clarkson. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Robertson. Knocked away. That one falls. Robertson's got his first bucket in this one.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish. There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far, but as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
Now here's Gobert. He's got 6, just 4 to shoot. Trying to get open is Davis with the clock winding down, and slam dunk by Gobert.
See, this is where the better conditioning comes in. Rudy Gobert able to stay active.
The 15-footer, and too long on the shot. Smitty Snyder, also an All-American in high school, 2-time Washington State Basketball Player of the Year in high school.
Led Mercer Island to a state title, and then experienced coaching in college, the G League, and abroad. He's a lifer, and he's been around the game far and wide.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City.
Everyone here in the arena, get on up out of your seats and make some noise for your Jazz Dancer.
Almost entirely new group. Joe Ingles is checked in for Davis. O'Neal comes in for George Niang. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Conley in for Moutier. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. Molinari comes in for Terrence Ferguson. Gilgeous Alexander's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Chris Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder.
Right idea, but just too much heat on him defensively, even with the fadeaway.
Conley gets the bucket.
That shot, Conley has perfected it. The little teardrop.
Thunder trailing by 5. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Mitchell outside. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Oh, and here comes Conley, all alone. Drops in the breakaway layup. And now it's a 9-point Jazz lead.
Well, I'll tell you what, Conley still shows great foot speed. His father was a world-class track athlete.
Pass to Noel. Kicks it to Gallinari. Gilgeous Alexander with it. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Here's Noel. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with and then the guts it takes to pull them off always blows me away.
Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Now here's Conley, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Now here's Gobert. They lead by 7. Here's Mitchell. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
That's his first.
Steven Adams picks one up.
Can't emphasize this enough. This is the way Mitchell's got to play to give this team its best chance. Coming out of Louisville, Donovan Mitchell projected as a defender. He's a better ball handler and shot creator than people bargained for.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And you know, Smitty, he can play with the ball or off the ball. Utah's offense runs best with the ball in Donovan Mitchell's hands.
Yeah, reason why, Kevin, he draws so much defensive attention. Able to score what I love at all 3 levels. That creates open shots for his teammates.
Paul with the defensive effort.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Dort passes to Paul. Now, here is Gallinari. Covered by Mitchell. And it's Gallinari missing. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Here's Conley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Last season, Mike Conley became the Grizzlies' all-time leader in points scored. He was already first in assists, steals, and three-pointers.
And Smitty, when it's all said and done, Mike Conley's jersey has to go in the Memphis rafters.
Absolutely. Over a decade in a Grizzlies uniform, he helped lead them to the best years in franchise history.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Steve, so many talented players in the league. Sometimes there's frustration over the lack of playing time. For instance, you look at the Celtics last year, a prime example.
Yeah, and I think sometimes, Kevin, you can have too much talent at the same positions and also style of play. You need some guys that can do other things that be effective on the court versus just scoring the basketball. And I think that's the reason why the Celtics ran into some trouble last year.
And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
Here's Gallinari. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Ingles. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And his teammates call him old man, say he looks like a 40-year-old farmer, but Joe Ingles, Smitty, much more than meets the eye.
You know what, Kevin? He's a star in his role. He's gotten better and better. He's a guy who can impact winning on a nightly basis.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Diallo's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
And just over 80% from the line right now. A big improvement over what they shot in that first quarter.
Here's the lob to Adams, and Adams with the slam.
And that's going to happen. Paul recognizes the imbalance in the defense, delivers a perfect pass.
Pass to Gobert. The dish to Mitchell. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive, right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
Now here's Diallo. Paul passes to Gallinari. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. Jazz leading by 11. Conley kicks to Mitchell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Steven Adams picks one up.
Pushing the action, Donovan Mitchell has an innate ability to make people foul him.
He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
And no secret here. This is what you need to do with the lead. Hit your free throws. And they're having a great second quarter at the line.
Ed Davis is checked in for Gobert. And Mitchell drops them both.
And the Jazz players are appreciating how strong the Jazz organization's response was last season to some fans who crossed the line using discriminatory racial language against Russell Westbrook.
Chairman Gail Miller, I thought, did an excellent job. She got all over this and got out ahead of it. Reminded them as a community, we're better than this. It's all about respect.
And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
What are you trying to conceal? I thought it might feel to sit on 10 toes. They got it. It's all mental, all in your head every time. Snow on that road, but I still don't sleep. Moonwalk like Mike Jackson, water. If the sky falls, I bet I catch you. It's destiny. Don't mind me, I'm out here doing what I'm supposed to. I need a chance.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They've had a very slow start to the season so far, down in the bottom half of the conference. And, of course, there's Utah. They just haven't had the type of record they've wanted.
Right now for the Jazz, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
And we've all thought this. They're just a middle-of-the-road team. The last thing anyone in the NBA wants to be.
Now, here's Mitchell, following the shot by Chris Paul. Off on the layup.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Vinny, I heard this the other day, letting a player stay in the game after his 6th foul, but granting an extra free throw to the other team. What do you think of that?
Kevin, that's crazy. I mean, no way.
I knew you'd say that. I knew you would say that.
I do summer league games, and I watched this 10 fouls. There's no way we could have had that many fouls when I played. We have to keep it at 6 foul, and you're out.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Smitty, as tough as they are on D, the Jazz have been middle of the pack offensively. How do they improve there?
You know, GA, they can be a top 10 offense. The two things that have held them back are turnovers and poor free throw shooting.
And he makes both free throws. Now Mitchell. 21 points in the game. Passes to Davis. O'Neal with it. Here's Ingles. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Diallo the pass to Adams. Over in the corner, Paul. Molinari dishes to Paul. Takes a 3. A rebound by the Jazz. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Conley against Paul. Conley kicks to Mitchell. Goes up to the stripe. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Mitchell's got 23 points.
Well, when it comes to carrying an offense, few young players do it as well as Donovan Mitchell.
Paul. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And Davis now top of the key.
Under foul. Dwyane. That's his first personal foul.
One shot.
And Mitchell, no good on that one.
He was a part of that terrific draft class in 2017. Donovan Mitchell was somewhat unheralded, but may turn out to be the best of the bunch.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Clarkson comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. And he gets the bucket.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now, here's Schroeder. They know he's going to give him a lift with his scoring. He's averaging 16 points a game. The 10-footer. Adams' shot is off. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Jazz. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. 29 seconds left in the first half. Here's Moutier. Again, the Jazz score.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
And here's Schroeder. From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Utah Jazz. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels. And it's gotten them up big. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend, and we've been a little bit fortunate too. They missed some shots, but more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show. After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He had 23 points and 1 steal. There was a lot to like about his first 2 quarters in this one. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
It was just Donovan Mitchell imposing his will. Physically gifted, coachable, and the man works tirelessly. So much heart in this game.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was the fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
It's a part of his game that he can always tap into. There's an art to it, and he is painting the canvas tonight.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. Now here's Paul. That one goes in. Paul's got the first basket of the second half here for the Thunder.
The result of Paul's awareness of everything around him gets a nice look inside.
Conley finds Mitchell. Launches it. Thunder with the rebound. Around last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Now, here's Mitchell. 23 points in the game. Count the basket.
Good job by Mitchell, trusting his teammates, and in turn, that's going to open up opportunities for him.
Thunder trailing by 15. All up top, covered by Conley. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Smitty, here's an interesting question. Over the next 5 years, which player wins the most MVPs?
You know, I think it's Giannis. He's looking like the favorite right now because the way he's playing, he has a possibility to win the MVP now.
Take a break.
And then I think also because of his age, he's the one guy. And also Anthony Davis could catch Giannis. He has that type of talent.
The first free throw is good.
One of the game's best free throw shooter. Chris Paul is not a guy you like to foul.
So he gets them both. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Conley the pass to Ingles. O'Neal kicks to Ingles. Outside Conley. Shot clock at 5. Mitchell dishes to Gobert. Conley for 3. Paul with the defensive effort.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Gallinari.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
Now, here's Mitchell. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game.
One of Conley's calling cards, getting into the paint and converting, even though he's often the smallest guy on the floor.
Here's Paul. Michael Conley making his last shot. Ingles passes to Conley. Gobert down low. Adams on him. Back to Ingles. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And it's Mitchell missing. Thunder trailing by 13. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Down low. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
And Smitty, one thing I like about Gallinari, he's doing more things on the court as he ages.
I totally agree. He used to be out there only to shoot, but that hasn't been the case for a while now. Still scores, but his rebounding has improved, and he's done a good job of driving and drawing fouls.
Noel's checked in for the Thunder.
When Gordon Hayward left the Jazz 3 summers ago, some expected a rebuild. Instead, they hit gold with Donovan Mitchell and kept on trucking.
Now here's Conley. He's got 8. There's the pass to Ingles. Fires, high post. Utah getting another chance here. And slam dunk by Gobert. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 14 rebounds.
I like Gobert's attack mentality around the rim. You can tell he loves to throw it down.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's got 13. "16 feet away." Gobert pulls it in. And the heartbreak over losing Hayward. Short-lived, but the Jazz still needed to learn from it.
Very important that the Jazz retain the stars they developed. I think there were some lessons learned along the way.
Ingles can't get it to go.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Back to Paul from past the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Paul's got it back down to single digits for the Thunder.
Beautiful form on that shot. Chris Paul, one of those superstars who continually refines his game.
And the Jazz call time here.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Salsa, we good dip. I'm just trying to see you dance. Salsa, whoa. You know, hate on low, but we fly high. You know, talk is cheap, free Wi-Fi. Whoa. Heard they trying to steal away. Cut it out, spicy mommy's on the way.
And the Jazz with some changes. George Niang comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Donovan Mitchell. Here's Gobert. He's got 10. Now, here's Clarkson. Pocket 6. The shot misses. And the Thunder going the other way now. After After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
Not one to back down inside. Schroeder likes to get right into the teeth of the defense.
Now here is Conley. 8 points for him. Lets it go with a 3. The Jazz again can't hit it.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Jazz leading by 7. And the rejection by Noel. Now Clarkson, he's got 6. And he lays it straight in. Clarkson's got 8 points.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Schroeder against Clarkson. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded closely. Count that one.
Using that size in the mid-range, Shea can get this shot anytime he wants.
And Gobert kicks to O'Neal. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A different look for Utah. Davis is checked in for Rudy Gobert. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. And then for Oklahoma City, Terrence Ferguson comes in for Diallo. And it's Robertson in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's O'Neal. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Robertson. Here's Muscala, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
That's good from Muscala. And so it's Mudiay with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. They lead by 4. Shot clock at 6. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Mudiay's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And it's Schroeder missing.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
With the putback, Davis on the follow. Davis has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Oh, hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Now here's Noel. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6th-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Diallo's checked in.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the 2nd.
Utah leading by 5. 1:53 left here in the 3rd quarter. Clarkson taking his time here. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all three levels.
And he knocks down the first one.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter. Schroeder kicks to Ferguson. Schroeder against Moutier. To the middle. Here's Diallo. Lays it up off the glass. Diallo's got 6 points.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
Pass to Davis. Moutier with the ball. A floater. It's stolen by Schroeder. And they're moving it up. Here's Diallo. Finished off the break. Now just a 3-point Jazz lead.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Most teams now are looking to play with pace. No better way to ignite the break than off a turnover.
Now here's Davis. Pass to Clarkson. Takes it off the glass. He's got 12.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
32 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Diallo. He's got 8. And the layup falls. Diallo's got 6 in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded by Diallo. And here's Clarkson to the wing on the left. Here's Moutier, and Utah again with the bucket.
This form could have been much better seeing how much time he had to shoot that one, but he got it to fall.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Jazz lead by 5. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Moutier out there with Mitchell. And it's Clarkson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah. Count it, Mitchell.
I like that by Donovan Mitchell. Sacrifices his body and takes the hit. That's good offense.
Here's Noel, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. Alinari, he's checked in for Ferguson.
One shot.
That's good from Noel. Jazz leading by 4. Moutier with the ball. Passes it to Mitchell. Now, here's Clarkson. Unloads. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Thunder trailing by 6. Diallo kicks to Noel. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Right to the rim. Aggressive approach when it matters most.
Coming down the stretch, you know this. You want to go to something that's bankable. That's as good as it gets.
Ball's checked in for Diallo.
One shot.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Moutier pass to Ingles. Back to Moutier. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Moutier! 2 shots.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Inside, Gallinari. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 15 points for Gallinari.
Against physical D, Gallinari with the improved strength and body control to finish.
Moutier passes to Gobert. Dishes it to Mitchell. Shoots over Schroeder. Offensive rebound. Nice shot by Gobert. And the Jazz lead by 5.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home.
Paul dishes to Gallinari. To the paint, Adams. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Utah ball.
Mike Conley's checked in for Moutier. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Conley. Gobert trying to get open, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Really no answer for Mike Conley when he's handling the rock like that. What a performer.
Al Paul. Over Conley. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Chris Paul.
Rising to the occasion, he found a way to get himself open and get his shot.
Working the mid-range, but you would think the defense would be keying on him.
Conley's shot is off.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense, he might have gotten over-eager.
All up top, Ingles covering. Paul goes in. Here's Adams, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Conley the pass to Gobert. He kicks it to Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
What you love about Donovan Mitchell, not only does he explode into his moves, he finishes with authority.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Ball against Conley. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Adams' shot is off. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Here's Mitchell. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert with the block.
The size and reach of Gobert making him a tremendous defensive anchor, protecting the paint.
And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Now, here's Clarkson. Defense is right there. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
That's a jump ball.
And the Thunder with the possession here. Thunder trailing by 9. Here's Dort. Gallinari outside. Adams right side. No good from 11 feet.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
Now here's Gobert. Steven Adams unable to get his last shot to go. Mitchell's shot is good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Conley against Paul. And there's the pass to Adams. He dishes it to Gallinari. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gallinari. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Wednesday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets.
And that one against the Bulls, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
To stop the drought. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
The desire to finish. Shea has that in his DNA.
Well, a look at that 2018 Clippers draft pick and Gilgeous-Alexander. His incredible size at the point guard spot makes him one of the more intriguing players from that class.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And last season with Gilgeous-Alexander, Greg, you could see what he was capable of with his length.
Well, he is just so difficult to slow up when he's running downhill at a defender. Already a plus defender in his offense coming along. He could be a scary figure at that point guard position.
Jazz leading by 9. Mitchell is double. Over in the corner, Conley drills the three-pointer. Conley's got 9 points now in just the second half. Oklahoma City shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Ball finds Gallinari. Now Adams. Ingles covering. O'Neal inside. Gallinari on him. Some solid defense from Gallinari. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pass to Adams. Gallinari against Conley. 5 to shoot. Shot from 12. The offensive rebound. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Aggressive rebound. I'll tell you, when Gallinari gives you some boards, it really helps your team.
The Jazz making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
Being aggressive and getting to the line, this is when Gallinari's most efficient.
Jazz leading by 9. And the Jazz call time here. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery.
The heart, we got the soul. Just when the world's saying they got no hope, here comes the love. We got audio. We flying high, superhero. It's on my chest with my Marilyn Monroe. Feel like a star. We got audio. Make it go. Make the bam bam beat. I give you melody. Make the bam bam beat. I give you melody.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. Now here's Gobert. And here is Conley. Gobert dishes to Conley. Kicks to Clarkson. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari down low. Ingles covering. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Michael Conley picks one up.
Here's the thing. Gallinari's a tricky cover. One year, he went to the line more than 8 times a game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Gallinari. And so he makes both from the line.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Now, here's Clarkson. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And they'll keep possession. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Gobert. Conley's got 12 points in just the second half.
So often the catalyst. This time, Conley is on the finishing end off the catch.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Thunder trailing by 10. Paul with the ball. That shot is off. Gobert with the defensive effort. Pass to Ingles. Here's Clarkson. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
One shot.
Free throw good. Clarkson. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. Conley against Paul. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Everybody knows that he is a relentless finisher around the rim.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Conley scanning the floor. And Utah, another three.
Well above his scoring average tonight. Conley understands when the team needs points from him.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the final quarter. To the inside, Adams. Gobert with the defensive effort.
He had it rolling and then lost it for some reason. Let's see if he can get it back while it still matters.
Now, here's Clarkson. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Jazz.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Rudy Gobert.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. Here's Williams-Goss. 17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. Fires it up. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Mike. Congrats on the win. It looked like you guys stayed with your identity tonight. You think so?
Yeah, we wanted to just play our game, stick to what we do best, get the ball inside, score in the paint, just try to make easy plays. And I think that's what we did, and we're able to just build off of that.
You guys are one of the best teams at staying to what you do. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.